In this video, I'll demonstrate conducting hymn 274, the Iron Rod. This is one of those hymns that, unless you are a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and understand the Book of Mormon, it will mean absolutely nothing to you. But with knowing and loving the Book of Mormon, all of this will make a lot of sense to you. So the Iron Rod being the iron rod from Lehi's dream, and that his son Nephi then saw as well, the iron rod representing the Word of God. And so this whole hymn is really about the iron rod, the Word of God, and how we need to be holding on to these truths that we have through scriptures, through other means that we have for receiving the Word of God. So it's a really nice one to be singing, and the mood for this is boldly, as we are wanting to bring out this boldness that we have in declaring that we have the Word of God, but also just this joy that we have in the Word of God that we have, the iron rod. In terms of the speed, it's then 80 to 96 beats a minute, so slightly fast walking pace, but not super fast. In terms of conducting, it is an interesting one because the first two lines are in 3/4 time with an upbeat. So you'll do your preparatory beats and you'll 3, 1, 2, 3. But then the last two lines are in 4/4 time. So you have to change over from 3/4 to 4/4 time. So at the end of the second line, it shows you two double lines going down, or double line going down, and 4/4 afterwards. That indicates to you the next line is going to be in 4/4 time, and at the beginning of the third line, it also shows the 4/4. So for the chorus, you're then going to conduct 4 beats. It doesn't have an upbeat, so you just go straight from the 3 to 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you get a little bit confused as you're conducting and you end up doing 3, then just kind of do another beat and then start for the next beat, bar, probably the second bar, where you maybe realize that you made the mistake. But definitely worth practicing this one a few times, just so that you can expect to be doing that. And then it also has 2 extra verses underneath, but actually at the top of the next page if you're looking at the printed hymn book, verse 4 and verse 5. So just be checking with the presiding officer in advance should you plan to be singing verse 4 and 5, or they might then indicate just before it's sung if maybe you're running out of time in the program and you should just sing verses 1 to 3. But otherwise, if you're planning on doing verse 4 and 5, make sure that you're communicating with your eyes to the congregation that they need to carry on, and that you don't do a long cut, like pause at the end of the third verse, because maybe they'll think that you're going to end then. So start the 4th verse quite quickly so that they know that you need to be carrying on. When I'm singing this, I'll just do verses 1 to 3, but just be aware that there are verses 4 and 5 as well. So let's sing this hymn of the Restoration.
Zero golden time, the vision came from God, wherein the holy words of God was shown an iron rod. Oh, to the rod, the iron rod, 'tis strong and bright and true. The iron rod is the word of God to safely guide us through. While on the journey here below, beneath temptation's bow, through mist of darkness we must go, in peril every hour. Oh, to the rod, the iron rod, 'tis strong and bright and true. The iron rod is the word of God to safely guide us through. And when temptation's power is loud, our pathway clouded o'er, the strong and bright